down below and saying that, but let's say it again. It says devotion. Magic Wolf X is asking, do you fear running out of space soon? Can you imagine not getting more tattoos if your body is fully covered? I don't fear about running out of space, actually. I kinda can't wait, pretty much, I would say, to run out of space, because for me, I feel uncomfortable with like clear parts of my body and everything. Don't really like that, and I can't wait to finish all of it. Maybe when I am like fully tattooed and I have no more space left, and like maybe I start missing like the pain, tattooing pain, which is, I don't think it would happen, but maybe I can do anything. I can tattoo over and over, you know, there's a lot of different possibilities, and I could laser something off just to get something more done, not because I don't like it. So there's so many possibilities, and I'm sure I will find a way to get tattooed if I want to get tattooed. 2110 point lower dash, what does your mother think about your tattoos? My mom is kind of accepting. She understands this is who I am, and she loves them. Like every time I'm getting a new one, she like checks them out and says like, oh, that's a cool one. Sometimes she is still like, oh, you're getting more and more, but then like I'm like, Mom, does it really look like I'm not gonna get even more? She's happy with me being who I am, so that's the best. Sarah Bigglesworth is asking, how old do you think you'll be when you cover your whole body? I don't know, like I think I could possibly get it done by the time that I'm 30, I think. Maybe earlier, maybe not, I don't know. I'm going so slow right now. And Sarah Bigglesworth again is asking, do you want any more face tattoos? Face tattoos? I don't know, I don't think so for now. There's been times that I wanted more, but then I'm constantly thinking that I think I have the perfect amount, and I wouldn't want to do anything just to do it and be crazy or bold or whatever. I did the stuff that I wanted to do, and I wanted my face to look like this, and I'm super happy with it. I love it the way it is right now. And this social baby is asking, because you got your first tattoos so young, did you get them done illegally, or is it the age where you live very low, and also how did your family or parents react because of your age? Love you so much. I love you too. First two tattoos my friend did on me, and obviously that was pretty much illegal, if you would say. There wasn't any like really age restrictions in Latvia. I think you can get tattooed from 14 or maybe 16, I don't know, with a parental consent. So you need a signed paper from your parents, or you can have your parents with you and stuff and get tattooed. I think there's no laws for that, not yet, so maybe there will be if more people start getting tattoos. I got mine done by my friends and myself, so pretty much kind of illegal. And what my parents thought, my mom was kind of a little bit shocked, and everyone else was shocked, but I think I was kind of hiding a lot of my first ones from my relatives and everyone at first, at least, until I got a bunch of done. Nobody could like even say anything to me. Who were a lot. Buns and Ribbons is asking, can you talk more about the mental challenge you felt when you started covering your body with tattoos? How it made you feel more like who you truly are? Please talk about the spiritual mental side of getting tattoos. There is a mental spiritual side to getting tattoos. Basically, when I started getting tattoos, at first I thought they were really beautiful, and I really wanted them. I don't know, they just like attracted me so much. And once I started getting tattoos, like I started kind of feeling like this is who I am, and without them I don't feel like myself, because it is like kind of my own skin. I don't know, there's like so many like different features about every single person, and I felt like that was kind of my body's feature, having tattoos. And the more tattoos I had, the more confident and comfortable in my body I felt. Like I said before, I feel weird about my empty spaces of my skin. The more I have, the more I kind of feel fulfilled, because feeling that I'm kind of getting something back on my body that I should have always had. Sounds a bit strange, but that's how I feel, and I think that a lot of more people can relate to this. BL and Spot is asking, hey, when you started getting tattoos, had you any idea a project for all the bodies? So I think they're basically asking if I had like an idea and a project for all my bodies. Obviously not, I just went bit by bit, and I'm still going like that, and I love it. In the place, in the moment, in my life I am now, in the moments that I've been, I've gotten something, and when I look back at the tattoo, I kind of remember myself in that place where I was then in my mind and everything, so that's pretty cool. But if I would say if I had to get my full body suit right now and if I didn't have any tattoos, I would probably try and maybe do a huge project on my body, because I think that looks super awesome when I've seen like a bunch of people having like
Alright guys, my name is Tyler Canano Genix, and today let's talk about the state of Gohan in Dragon Ball Super. Okay guys, so before we go any further in today's video, if you guys have not watched episode 67 of Super, or just trying to stay away from Super spoilers in general, go ahead and click off the video now. But I wanted to talk about the state of Gohan in Dragon Ball Super post episode 67, and a shout out to 3 of the people that have commented on my episode 67 review. They kind of pointed this out as well. Luminator, Cali Glitch, and Alex Avera, I believe was Alex's last name. All of which noticed the same thing I did with Gohan towards the end, and a lot of other people, obviously, but I'm just giving them credit because they were on my video. Of course, a lot of other people I saw on Twitter mentioning the same thing, was that Gohan looked like he was sweating at the end of episode 67, and also was with Piccolo, which, of course, Piccolo and Gohan go way back as far as training. And on top of that, his hair looked different, and he did not have his glasses on. So everyone is speculating that we might be seeing a return to the badass Gohan that, of course, we all loved in Dragon Ball Z. Well, kind of all loved in Dragon Ball Z. And so a lot of people are speculating this. I want to kind of talk about that today, guys. Talk about that with you. And as always, these videos are as much a discussion video with you guys as they are to be here for entertainment as well. So definitely go down that conversation. Let me know what you guys are thinking on Gohan. If you guys haven't seen 6-7, but you still want to go through and you're still watching this, let me know how you guys feel about Gohan. Because I will also admit, I want to get this off the table so it doesn't vibrate and do all weird things. I also wanted to talk about, I tweeted out a couple days ago, which if you aren't following me, follow me over at NanoJakes on Twitter. But I tweeted out a couple days ago, one of my best friends, Brown, he messaged me and said, hey man, I actually think I switched from a Vegeta fan to a Goku fan. And tweeted out this thing of Denzel Washington slamming a door in the face and said, you know, I lost a best friend tonight because he switched from being a Vegeta fan to a Goku fan. And now, while I do say I am a Vegeta fan, and obviously you can tell when you look at the figures around my room and all the figures in the cases, of course, I am a hardcore Vegeta fan. I'm still obviously a fan of all the characters in Dragon Ball, pretty much in general. I love Trunks, Gohan, Goku, Bulma, all, you know, pretty much anyone. They generally have, you know, pros that I do like about all the characters, but Vegeta, of course, being my favorite. But Gohan, as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, is one of the best things ever. And after Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan happened, we got, he was pretty badass during the Babidi Saga, and then he was pretty awesome, obviously, when he came back as Mystic Gohan to fight Super Buu. But beyond that, especially in the, 67 episodes of Super, he's not really done a whole lot. I mean, we had him in his tracksuit during the Frieza saga, and of course the Resurrection F. But still, again, that's not a true return to form of Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan awesomeness. And even then, some people still argue that he was still a crybaby and all that, even when he was doing that. But for me, like, one of my favorite parts of Dragon Ball Z is absolutely Teen Gohan versus Perfect Cell. That is one of the best arcs in Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion. Now, obviously, there are a ton of great arcs in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is fantastic. But that one in particular is amazing. So for me, seeing him sweating, seeing him looking like he is training at the end of episode 67 was fantastic. I want to see Gohan come back, and one of the things I've talked about in my couple of Super episodes, this is still a very new discussion topic for me, but is all about fan service. So far, Super. Now, granted, Super has pissed off a lot of people. Super has not been what people wanted out of Dragon Ball, but of course, we're in 2016 where people have an opinion about everything. But, you know, it's something that they have been doing, fan service, and examples of that are obviously giving us Vegito Blue. Things like giving us a father-son Gallic gun, giving us even the smallest of thing as, not the smallest of thing, but it didn't do much, it wasn't effective, that's why I'm saying it like that. But even in this episode 67, we got a Final Flash, Gallic Gun, Kamehameha trio. That was incredible. That was incredible to see that from Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku, all very big fan favorite characters, especially Future Trunks. Future Trunks is one of, I mean, he's a very recognizable character for any even moderately just low-key Dragon Ball Z fan, they will recognize Trunks. So for them to be doing all of this fan service and to, I mean, just even things as common knowledge as just them bringing back future Trunks into Dragon Ball Super is crazy fan service as it is already. And then for him to have all these techniques, which of course pissed off a lot of people that he did already know how to do so many techniques, and he learned how to do Mafuba off of watching basically a YouTube video and so forth. But still, that is what you call fan service. That is what you call Dragon Ball doing things that they maybe necessarily didn't really do in Z, but of course that was, you know, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago at this point. But anyway, so the whole reason he's saying that is that it is very possible that we could see a resurgence in Gohan, and Gohan fans can finally come back and be like, yes. Now, obviously, this is where I kind of want you guys to get involved. Let me know down in the comment section. Do you guys think that they would actually pull through and give us a resurgence of Gohan? Give Gohan a redeeming arc where it just like he goes back to mystic form. He potentially learns Super Saiyan Blue, the Super Saiyan Blue transformation. He potentially outdoes Vegeta and Goku like he did during the Cell game saga. Like, I mean, the potential is obviously there. We have seen that Gohan is very strong. Gohan knows what he's doing. He can train and he can get to where he needs to be. So it would be very, very cool to see him be able to learn how to use the God Key and actually be able to manipulate it, use it on his own, and potentially even create something new we've not seen. That's been another thing, that even just Super Saiyan Blue is a thing. And I think some people were iffy about it. I think most people have accepted it at this point. But, you know, some people when it first came out were definitely iffy about it. Like, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to get? Then we got Super Saiyan Rose. And, like, it's like, are we going to get all the rainbows? Well, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, and it could easily be something like that because it is how you're harnessing the God Key. That's why Goku Black, he used the God Key. Zamasu used his own God Key to make himself Super Saiyan Rose instead of Super Saiyan Blue. So it's totally something that Gohan could learn how to manipulate God Key and become Super Saiyan Green. Or, you know, I don't necessarily I'm not saying I want it to be that way, but I'm just saying that is a possibility, and I would not put it past them at this point with everything that they've done with Super. So anyways, I just want to make this video to kind of talk about how Gohan looked at the end of episode 67. It definitely looked like he'd been training. It definitely is possible that they will pull through and give us an arc, I mean, in the near future. I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't want to talk too much on what we've apparently seen and what we may be seeing in the next, you know, 4 or 5 episodes, because apparently all that has leaked up to episode like 71. I won't talk about too much about that because that's not how I'm titling this. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys without due notice. But anyways, it is possible that in a future arc, because we don't even know how long Dragon Ball Super will go. I mean, it's already, I'm fairly certain that it is already more episodes deep than anyone ever even imagined it being. I remember when we first heard about it, I was reading articles that it may just be a 40 to 50 episode thing, and then they were going to call it quits. Of course, it is doing so incredibly well, beating One Piece in ratings, if I'm not mistaken. If I am missing on that, let me know in the comment section below. But from everything I've pretty sure I've read, it is beating One Piece right now in ratings over in Japan. So that is a crazy thing. So with it doing this well, I mean, I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. It may be one of those things where what was Dragon Ball Z? Not 294, 296, something like that. It's very possible we have another 250 episodes to go before this whole thing ends. And that means it's very possible for us to have an arc that is more centered around Gohan, like this one was around future Trunks. And Gohan fans can finally unite and be like, yes, finally our redeeming arc. Gohan is back. Gohan is a badass again. Freaking yes. So definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Are you guys excited to potentially see you know, Ultimate Gohan, Mystic Gohan, where you guys want to call him, come back and be a badass, potentially learn how to harness God Ki and have his own Super Saiyan God form. Now, one thing to note is that obviously all this is speculation. This is all from what, a minute at the end of episode 67 of seeing sweat on Gohan's face, his hair looking more badass than usual, and of course no glasses, and him being with Piccolo. I mean, there are a lot of signs that point toward this, but just because we've seen that, saw that, whatever, does not mean that that is going to happen. This is of course all speculation. This was a discussion video to kind of get you guys thinking, kind of get some interactions between each other and with me and so forth. But I did really want to make this video because I didn't really get around to it at the beginning, but I am a Gohan fan. Like I said, the Team Gohan Super Saiyan 2 with Perfect Cell is one of my favorite parts of the entire Dragon Ball Z series. So anyways, I will see you guys down in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this, and I just really wanted to bring some new different style content to you guys because I freaking love you guys so much, and you guys seem to be enjoying all this content that I'm putting out for you guys. So anyways, that will wrap up today's video. You guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Alpha Strike for a special episode of, well, who is the Alpha Strike? So this episode was brought to you by one of our fans, Christopher Smotherman. He actually requested we do a bio video, and we're like, sure, that sounds like fun. And we figured...
Actually, I was kind of like, why in the world would we get to know me? But okay.
Because Magneto is the coolest guy ever, so... But we also thought we'd do a Q&A with you guys, too. So we post up on Facebook, a little post. If you like our page, you see that. If you haven't already, please do, because we put lots of cool stuff on there. Live videos, updates on our channel, little things, team builds for our Wednesday things, put those up. Magneto has his own page as well, so...
Due to much prodding and pushing and, you know, encouragement from Erks.
So please check that out. If you guys want to talk to him, that's where you get a hold of him exclusively. So, and he posts cool questions every single week about a figure or an object or just cool things that has to do with the game. He loves talking about certain things and getting ideas. So
really, I just, you know, I sit around, I think about HeroClix, and I think, you know, I'm thinking about this, and I wonder what the fans would say. So I post it. It may be interesting, it may be boring. If you feel the need to comment, go right ahead.
All right, so let's move on. So my name is, of course, Eric.
I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you guys. So we have a few questions we put down for ourselves that kind of describe a little bit of what we've done with HeroClix. And then we have some ones from the fan we'll get to right after. So I'll read the first one, and we'll both answer it, and then Mike read the next one, and back and forth. So the first question we have is, when did we first start playing HeroClix, and what got us interested in the first place?
Oh, I'm taking this one.
You got this one first.
You know, I can't really tell you when because it was just that long ago. It was right around, what was it, Mutant Mayhem, just before Legacy came out. So that's back in the RAV days before there were cards where it was just, you pulled your figure and what you saw on the dial is what you got. That was definitely, in my opinion, the golden age of HeroClix. My buddy Ryan, you know, he was a big comic book aficionado, comes to me and says, hey, you like strategy games, and you probably like this, you like superheroes, and he sat down and he taught me the game. I remember using, or playing against, I guess I should say, the Bishop of XSE,
oh no,
and playing a Cyclops and a Wolverine, and, you know, it was a lot of fun. It was what I was looking for in a strategy game. I've always really enjoyed strategy RPGs, the tactical turn-based. And this was like just a manual version of that with all my favorite superheroes. So I was hooked from that point forward pretty much. I took a break because the game was damaging me financially.
Doesn't it damage all?
I was spending way too much money on the game, and so I quit just before Icons came out. And then I was out of the game for a really long time, and I came back just at the tail end of the Infinity War when they were giving out the Thanos with the throne. Got back into it. A lot of changes had happened, but just jumped right back in and got to it.
And just ever since, I just kept on trucking.
Yep.
Alright, so me, I'm a bit of a newer player. I was actually a big Magic the Gathering player when I first started playing collectible card games and stuff like that. I did all of them as a kid. I played Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, whatever, but Magic really hit me hard. And I wanted to play competitive for the longest time. And I did once, and I did not place well. I got scrubbed out. I got so frustrated with the game, I just quit the game, sold all my cards.
QQ.
And so I wanted to try to find other outlets. I love a hobby. Like I had to do something with my life. I felt boring doing anything else. So my one of my colleagues at work, he said, you know, I think you would enjoy HeroClix. I'm like, well, you know, I've seen the packs. I'm like, it's kind of interested with superheroes. What is it? And so the first set I actually bought was Chaos Wars and Batman. So I'm kind of in that little area where I started gray area wise. My very first set, the one I was first excited for and was amazed came out when I started playing, was Amazing Spider-Man. I was like, this game was meant for me. And so I bought my first book of that, got my first chase. It was the Lamppost Spider-Man. It was really, really cool. I kept playing. I played through AVX and all those, and I've just been playing ever since. Haven't taken a break yet. I am crunching financially because of this game, but you know, I gotta work hard so I can keep playing. But it's the strategy of the game.
It's really quite interesting. When you started was shortly after I restarted into the game, because I was there for the entire OP for the Batman set, and you started probably
I just missed that barely. Because then right after Spider-Man came out, the Gotham came out. That's what I got for most of my Batman right there. So yeah, that's our first one. What was the second one, Mike?
How did the host, being Eric and Mike, of the Alpha Strike meet?
Well, how I remember it was we were at Game Haven, and we were having a, I believe it was a tournament or a release for something, and Mike wandered in. He usually played at another venue for like a long time with other friends, and we started talking, and I was looking for the Deadpool chases at the time. I was looking for the zombies, and I asked him, like, hey, do you play Clicks? He's like, well, yeah. Do you have any of the zombie cases? Like, I think I have like Electro. I'm like, Electro? What do you want for it? And he couldn't trade it to me, sadly. He had it on hold for one of his other friends. That's what I remember.
It's really interesting how he remembers it, because what had happened is that I had relocated to the area, and I was looking for a local venue that I could go to, because my other venue was really far away, and I found one online, the Game Haven, so I went in there, and you know, always apprehensive about going to a new place and a new group of players. You don't know what you're going to run into, whether you've got the supreme meta guys, the real casual guys, or the guys who are trying to play the game, but they really don't know what's going on. And so I, you know, talked to the guy behind the counter, happened to be this guy, and I was just trying to ask him about what the scene was like, you know, how people play, and he told me that he played, and so we kind of got to gabbing about Clicks, and as far as I remember, it was just a regular old, you know, build that week. That just went in, it was 300 points. It was right around the 4th of July, because I remember the next week I went back and we played a red, white, blue team, and I trounced everybody. I felt terrible, because I was like, oh, now I'm going to look like a shark. I've been here for 2 weeks.
Man.
I dominated my first week, dominated my second week, you know. But I tried to do my best to help everybody out, you know, because there were some rules that were lacking in places, and I think I brought the worst out in the group, because within the next couple weeks, everybody was all teeth and claws and fangs. But you know, they got used to me, and we
ever since
pretty well.
We've
so.
been just hanging out. Like, he invited us to his venue up for a little while. We played there, played here, back and forth. We just became friends over time. Like we realized we had the same similarities in like our team structure a little bit. He wanted to learn from me, I want to learn from him, kind of a thing. And that's just kind of been how we started, guys. We just met playing this awesome game, basically. So,
Friends in HeroClix.
forever and for always.
Happens.
Alright. So, Mike, what is your most favorite moment that happened in the game of HeroClix?
Most favorite moments in a specific game.
As best as you can remember. I'm sure we played so many.
They're all such a blur. I really...
If there's just one thing you remember from any game, what was the that was awesome moment to you?
It had to be during the tournament for the Batcave, the actual final month where it was the Batcave. I was playing against our resident meta player, Rebel. It was the second round, and we were on the Joker's Tunnel of Love, and he was on the left-hand side, and he had, I want to say it was like Big Barda with a heavy object standing right next to Zealot, and he was going to come get me. And I had like Dr. Thomas Wayne and somebody else. My team was just terrible. And so I shot out the wall, and I attempted to mind control Barda with Thomas Wayne, and I needed an 11 to do it. I rolled a crit hit.
On mind control.
On mind control. And so then I used her with her heavy object and smashed Zealot, who was standing next to her for her whole life bar. She was done. And it turned the whole tide of the game. He had Mr. Freeze, and it just, I don't know, because that...
Mr. Freeze and Barda.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I remember. You know, memory's always a little bit fuzzy, but I just remember that mind control through the hindering, through the wall. It won me the game. And that's part of the reason why I did the break stuff, is because I just remembered that was a turning point. I walked away from that tournament with the Bat Cave. I was really excited. My wife said that I was really excited the other week when I came home. And she's like, I haven't seen this excited since you won the Bat Cave. I was like, yeah, pretty exciting.
It's a good thing. My favorite moment in HeroClix was probably month 1 of AVX, actually. I picked X-Men because I felt they were the underdogs in the fight, because there was no X-Men around yet until Wolverine X-Men came out later in that storyline. And then month 1, I made this crazy team with the Cyclops from the starter, the Emma Frost, the Jean Grey from, I think, 100.1 with Enhancement, Running Shot, and Tensai, and one other figure that had Enhancement. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was... no, it wasn't her. I can't remember. But basically, I had a Cyclops who could shoot through walls, outwit you, and then enhance for 6 damage it was. I killed my opponents figure after figure after figure through walls, and they all hated me.
Yep.
I didn't go on to win the champion of the AVX in month 4 or month 6 or... How many months was that one?
It was only 4.
It was only 4? Yeah, I didn't win, like, top prize or anything, but I got 2nd or 3rd, so I did pretty well. But that was my favorite moment when I killed all 3 of my opponents, one figure after the other with Cyclops. They could never touch me. It was brutal. I have never in my life, playing since I'm still brand new, done 6 damage to a figure and felt so good about it.
Yeah, those one-shot kills.
It was awesome. That was mine. Alright.
Alright, who is your favorite character in the Marvel and or DC universe?
Do you have to ask that one? If you guys don't know. Okay.
He wrote these questions. He's asking why he asked
I
these
know.
questions.
It's because of you guys. You guys may or may not know. You could be brand new to the channel. Welcome to the channel. So, my absolute favorite in the world is Spider-Man. Anything Spider-Verse. I read the Spider-Verse comic line, and I just, like, thank you, Marvel. You gave me so much more to love. Spider-Man's great and all, but when you have all the spiders in the universe and all the universes ever, wow.
Spider-Man overload.
I know, he's very mainstream. I'm pretty lame for like that mainstream hero, but you know, I feel like you relate to him sometimes. He kind of has that vibe, teenager, bullied, you know.
Because he's a teenager.
I was at one point, guys.
And,
come on.
You know, he was bullied.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, totally bullied a lot. So, I just like Peter Parker. Cool guy, you know.
He must be lying to me, because the stories he tells me in, you know, high school, about high school.
It got better in high school, okay? It was worse before then. But yeah, and then if I have a DC pick, Batman. Just because Batman's cool.
Straight mainstream. Well,
Yep.
I'm
off mainstream.
Oh yeah, I'm a BC lister. For Marvel, I've mentioned this before. I really like Phantom X. When they released him with Wolverine and the X-Men, I squealed like a little bit. I saw his dial on HeroClix online on the game because they released that. It's no longer active. It was a fun game for a time, but it was a preview of what he was going to be before he was released. You could play him online before the set came out, and it was ridiculous. The whole Ava thing, stealth, shape change, running shot, range combat expert, 2-target sharpshooter. I was just amazed. I love the X-Force. I'm so excited to see what they do with the next one. I know it's probably going to be a far cry short of what the old one was, but I hope it's a little more balanced so I can play more and not feel like a jerk for feeling in.
Because he was like subpar meta for like a little bit there.
He was
if not meta
for a long time. But I've enjoyed Phantom X's storyline between him saying that he has 3 brains and having the misdirection and not being able to feel that he can be inferior to anybody else, but and then they split him into 3 people. I know there was a lot of people who weren't happy about that, but I was glad that they brought him back to life. And now with what they've done with him, where he's lost his 2 other halves, and Psylocke purged Ava. Sorry, spoilers. I'm not going to tell you when and where it happened, but yeah, I'm really hoping that we get the Phantom X from the most recent X-Force storyline,
That was
where
awesome.
he had those
Spoilers.
superpowers. He was like power cosmic, but yeah, it was pretty awesome.
He'll have a sock when he does it, you know it. That'd be awesome.
I'll squeal like a little girl. I can do it on camera for you guys. But as far as DC, you know, again, I'm gonna kind of go off the reservation here. Eric loaned me Trinity War, and I read that. And Pandora. She really, her character she got the raw end of the deal on that. It really wasn't even her fault, and she's being tortured for eternity. And all she wants to do is make it right. And she goes to Superman, she goes to Vandal Savage, and it just comes down to the sins or something that she needs to take care of. So.
Oh man, just think about that book when you see Trinity War. I read that graphic novel. It's so good. Like I've heard people say they hated it, but I just enjoyed every little bit of that book. It was so good.
Which is really sad because I did have the chase for a hot second, and I had to sell it, and I've been wanting to get it again. I did have the convention exclusive team base that had her, but again, I got rid of it for whatever reason. But I'm really looking to get that Flash chase again, just so I can have a version of her.
She is really good. Alright, so this one goes out to you. Why did we decide to create our Heraldix channel? What was the brain scheme among
It's all this, guys. So we were just goofing around one day. You know, we'd been doing some unboxings. It was Avengers Assemble, and you know, we unboxed bricks before here in the basement, and he just said, "No, let's film this one. Let's go ahead and just film this. We can, you know, put it on YouTube." I was like, "No way, no, not ever." But we can film it. It'll be fun. And so we filmed this unboxing of the Avengers Assemble, and it went really, really well. We felt it went well. We watched other unboxings, and we felt it was on par.
The quality was awful, though. We used a tablet camera. It was so bad.
We didn't have a microphone. The setup was worse than our first unboxing. So.
Yeah.
By the way, that'll never hit the internet. I might throw a clip in there for you guys, but
it's gone.
Probably not.
It's gone.
He lies. He's hiding it somewhere. But we did that, and then Turtles came out, and I said, well, let's just do this. Let's unbox, put it on camera, just have fun with it. Maybe it'll go somewhere, maybe we won't get a single view or whatever. We're just doing this for us. And then we became wildly
somewhat
successful,
popular, yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
more so than we thought we ever would be. Honestly, I figured like 50 subs ever.
I'm thinking like 25. I mean, you know, small community. Probably our close friends watch us. No big deal, you know. But there are almost 400 of you out there now that
who
watch
actually
us,
like
so
watching our stuff. That really means a lot to us, guys.
it really does. So you know, we just kind of, well, let's take up our game a notch.
Sure.
Start listening to what they want. And overall, it was kind of Eric had made me sit down and watch some games for their battle reports and whatnot. And
just different channels, lots of different ones.
Just across the board, and I was like, no, this channel really needs this, and they could really use this, and this would make this really better, make this more entertaining, and hold my attention better, and that's really been what a lot of the video edits and the battle boxes and things that I've been throwing in there is. It started off with, you know, I'd like this to have happen, you know, this to me would be a higher quality video, and then I listen to you guys. Well, we want to see the figure, we want to see the card, we want to see the dial, we wish we could see this, and so I just keep throwing it in there and keep trying to push that envelope or raise that bar, as you guys keep saying.
You guys keep saying, yeah.
And then I realized that I've raised the bar so high that I've pretty much hung myself on it. So
you're like right there trying to do a pull-up and just can't quite get there.
Sure, we'll say it's a pull-up. But yeah, so that's how it came to be.
Well, that's that, guys. You go ahead and ask the next one for me.
What is our favorite set?
So there's been a lot of sets since I started playing. You know, I am biased to Amazing Spider-Man because it was my first, and oh my gosh, I got almost all the figures I ever wanted out of it. Like, I was a little bummed there was no Venom or Carnage. Like, really? But other than that, it was great. Like, it was a good set. Wolverine X-Men was a really cool set. My very first X-Men set. I'm a big X-Men fan as well.
See, it says favorite,
I'm
not
just-
all your favorites.
I'm just thinking.
your
Hold on.
specific favorite.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna say Amazing Spider-Man.
Not Superior Foes.
Not Superior Foes. I love Superior Foes, but I don't think it was as fun sealed as Amazing Spider-Man was. I loved the vampires and the werewolves. They were just so much fun to play. And Frankenstein, and the Mummy. The Mummy was a blast. And this video can't be good. Mind control, tense range, prop control, invulnerability in those. Like, dang, this Mummy's great. The monster thing was a cool theme. I didn't know who all of them were, but it made me interested in them because they were in there. And then, Doctor Strange, that whole little thing, Baron Mordo, all those guys. It was a good all-around set. Alex Craven, Brother Voodoo, great primes. That's my. Go ahead. I'm done. I'm ranting.
Wolverine the X-Men. I had a really great time unboxing 2 bricks with good friends of mine, and the chases having the orange clear bases. For some crazy reason I'm partial to the color orange, and I love the X-Men. Phantom X, Bishop. It just brought back a lot of my favorites from when I started. Like I said, Bishop, Wolverine, Cyclops. Phantom X actually from back in the day, because there was a version of him in Mutant Mayhem. The Jean Grey was amazing, both versions of her. They had Colossus, they had Polaris, which I'd always wanted a Polaris again. I mean, there's just the lineup in that set was so amazing, and they had just introduced pink powers. So there was a whole nother aspect to the game, and the chases were beautiful. They had the team bases, which were amazing.
Oh, those team bases.
I couldn't have asked for a better set.
Okay.
So,
Next one. What is your favorite build tactic?
my favorite build tactic. Ooh, I don't get to do it very often, but the blender. The TK you in or mind control to walk you over into either a super strength or a flurry of blades claws. It just, man, the implications, just that your opponent is absolutely powerless to stop you from wrecking your figure.
My favorite probably is definitely the slingshot yo-yo technique. I love being able to get out there, shoot you from 8 squares away, and come right back, and have to come back to my kill box, and you don't want to do that because I just hit your figure for 4+ damage probably with that, or I hyper strength, super strength hypersonic with like Superman. That's also my favorite. Just
Sisu, 6 damage from military.
he
9.
only has charge though, but yeah. So that's my favorite.
And what is your favorite power to use? And we're gonna limit that to standard power, something that's on the PAC. On the edge of my seat here.
I really like Pensai.
Pensai.
I gotta go reduce all damage. I really hate big tanky guys in my way. So if I can cripple them to nothing with a psychic blast, I feel good. How about you?
That's a toughie. When it comes down to it, it's got to be Blade's Claws. Back in the day, when it was an indie, everybody had Super Senses and Blade's Claws fangs and Charge and Super Strength, and that was my set. It's a real big toss-up between Blade's Claws and Super Senses. Talk to this guy here, I never miss Super Senses. It's ridiculous. But, Precision Strike kind of just puts that on the bench, so it's back to Blade's Claws. If I see a character with Blade's Claws, I just drool. I'm like, that's a possible 6 damage. That is KC Soups on a figure that's, 75 points. I just walk up and decimate you.
See, whenever I roll Blaze Claws fangs, I always get like a 3. I gain nothing out of it. I'm like, well, at least it was my printed.
What was it, the other week I played X23 on that game where we kept switching the figures out.
Yeah.
I rolled Blade's Claws. I rolled 6 3 times in one game. She was just eating figures. I was like, I love Blade's Claws.
Alright, so moving right along, we have now the questions from our viewers. Thank you guys so much for providing these. We really appreciate them. Hopefully they get answered the way you want them to be. We'll see how we do. So our first question is from Matthew Riddle. Guy from Games Rule.
Games
Hey,
Rule.
man.
Miss you, man.
Alright, so his question is, what group / character do you try to collect?
Oh,
So-
X-Force.
X-Force all day for you?
I could go on for days. X-Force, the X-Men is another one that I try and collect.
All them X's.
Yep. I tried to do the Wildcats when they came out with the Batman set. That character was amazing.
That character
Chris.
was so good.
You know, the special teams that come out, the Phoenix 5 on one of those, the team bases. When Excalibur was big from Wolverine X-Men, I tried to get them. When it was War of the Light, I tried to do the Orange Lanterns, which was kind of disappointing overall.
As he goes on to everything, what's your favorite one? X-Force? Is that
It doesn't say favorite, it says what sets are you trying to collect.
What group or character do you try to collect?
Group or character? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
I thought I heard groups
No,
or
no,
characters.
just this
But
group.
well, X-Force.
X-Force, okay.
X-Force Phantom X.
Me, I am a Spider Family guy. Anything Spider Family, I have to have it. So that's what I go for. Batman's too. Since he went through them, I'm gonna say Batman too. If I have Batman, I'll get all of them. All right, next one we have one from Edward K. He says Marvel or DC. Hey, no politics, guys.
Marvel. Just saying it. Just gonna do it.
Just because Marvel. You know, I like Marvel too. I will be honest. I love more of the characters from Marvel, but DC Comics read really well. We'll say that.
I have yet to know. But we did answer that in one of our other comments in another video. Someone asked us, you know, if we were Marvel or DC guys, and we both answered rather lengthy posts to those and why, and our preference in comics as well. So,
Yes.
Marvel.
So we have Jamie Bird. He gave us some. He actually has 3 of them for us.
4.
4?
Several. There's actually one post that has like 3 or 4 questions in it.
Oh, well then we'll go with those. So here we go. So Jamie Bird says, when did you all start playing tabletop games? What was the first game you played with collectibles, and do you still have any of them? We'll start with that one.
Tabletop games.
Besides HeroClix, like War Machine Hordes, maybe,
D&D?
or D&D.
D&D was high school. Yeah, got into that high school. As far as collectible miniatures, HeroClix all the way.
Yeah.
If you're just saying collectibles in general, I was a Magic the Gathering player in my junior high school days, but don't have any of it anymore. Burned it, sold it, got rid of it, trashed it. Tired of looking at it.
Tired of looking at it, just too much magic. When I was a kid, the very first thing I played was Pokemon in grade school, where it wasn't played, it was collected. We just got the cards and said, look what I have. And the trades were no fun because you always get ripped off by the bigger kids. Every time. And then I played Yu-Gi-Oh! For a really long time. As a kid, all my friends played it. I don't have any more of that stuff anymore. Then I played Magic for a really long time, got sick of it, dropped it. And I then got into clicks and board games. I do play a few board games. I still have all those.
This guy drags me through almost every new board game that comes out in our spare time. He's dragged me through Zombicide Black Plague, the new Versus game.
We played XCOM. We played all kinds of
Legendary.
Cool stuff. Letters from Whitechapel, Spectre Ops.
Joking Hazard.
So many cool games. So that's that part.
Pathfinder.
What was the worst game you guys have witnessed played where a person basically freaked out at a venue? Or a ruling or something?
You know, not a lot of them come to mind because I try and put them out of my mind. That's a very ugly side of HeroClix overall. As far as witness, there is that one from the Civil War on YouTube. That guy, I feel really bad for him. He did rage out a little bit, and you know, in the comments they kind of said that's how he is. But you know, I feel for him on those guys. The dice rage, it's real.
Dice rage is real for
as far as
everyone.
in person, what was his name?
Don't take mine. Don't you take mine.
I'm probably gonna take it.
No.
So there was an event at the Haven where the guy just like wigged out in the middle of the game saying that his opponent was stalling him or whatever. And post game, he actually had one of those little card collector's boxes with his figures, and he just smashed it and broke figures, and the box actually came open, figures went in different directions. He was mad, and we actually didn't see him again until he came back to the shop selling all of his clicks, probably about months later.
Yeah.
For a good reason. He was starting a family.
Starting a family,
He needed some money.
new house.
We were happy to help him out. Just had to see him go, but yeah, I think that was for anonymity's sake. I won't mention names, but it was one of the most memorable rage quits that I've seen.
Mine was actually the same guy. The month 4 of AVX, he lost to our good friend Garion, and he threw his metal dice across the store. Luckily he didn't break anything, but it was scary to see him just do that. Because Garion, we love Garion, he was actually more of a noob back then, and so he was really upset. So
Noob luck plus dice rage equals QQ. That's an equation, guys.
That's that one. Okay, and the last one on this part, he says, how old are we both?
I forget. No, I think I'm 33.
I am 26.
There you go.
There you go, guys. You know our age now.
I'm an old man. Occasionally you can catch it when you see the bald spot. That's 2 kids and a lot of time.
Alright, he has 2 more here, I believe. If you could design a clique of you, what would your powers and abilities be, team name, and what items would you add for yourselves?
So this isn't a fair question for me, because I have actually designed a hero clique of myself. My old friends and I, we used to joke around about hero cliques, and we had superhero personas. I, of course, was a supervillain, or / anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
And I'm more of the support type. I've got Outwit, Perplex, Stealth, Outsiders, a form of Incapacitate, make a special like Death Trap token that, similar to the ones from the Batman old TV set, classic TV set, where I put a token on the board, and if you're stuck in it, you take damage or whatever.
Rude.
But, Super Senses, of course, I had to have that. Stealth from Batman TA, Close Combat Expert, a little bit of Blaze Claws, a little bit of range. Big thing was like Super Stealth, like, what was it, Invisible Woman, that you can't see her outside of 6 squares. I've got that with, of course, a 6 range, so if you're going to come into my zone, I can either shoot you, or if you get close enough, I've got Combat Reflex and Super Senses, ninja skills. So yeah. What about you, Eric? Why haven't you told me what clique I need to build for you with all my customizing capabilities?
I always saw myself as a support character. If you look at Deadpool Weasel, I could see myself very, very similar constructed to that character. 30 points to your rolls. I could, give me a
defend with a 12 with support.
Defend with a 12 with support. I can't miss. I have a 9 attack or something, I guess. 3.
Yep, but man, you're going down. If we see you, you are done.
Yeah.
A little bit of shape change.
Yeah, I'll take shape change all day long. That's
the only thing keeping you alive.
2 clicks deep, guys. Is all I need.
If I weren't doing a superhero persona, it would be enhancement, probability control, and
leadership.
Power, perplex. Leadership, I'd be just a straight-on support piece, because I'm a total enabler when it comes to things. And I have
TK the crap out of you somewhere.
0 combat capability. I'd probably be really, really slow, but I would definitely have Indom because I just don't quit.
6 speed with 0 damage.
No, I'm talking like 3 speed.
Sidestep at least.
Nope.
Not
even shuffling along. Sorry. You're gonna have to carry me into the fight if it's really me. I mean, if I'm next to Superman, I'm just be like, you're doing all the heavy lifting, buddy. I'm staying back here. I got
I'll
nothing.
rub your back for you there.
little shoulder ups. Get in there. Go for it.